guys, this is Jason. I'm with That Fender Garage, and we have a customer of ours. His name is Erik, and this is his 1976 F250 Highboy.
Correct.
Right? And so that was kind of the last year of the Highboy is 1976. And so he brought this truck to us a while ago, decided that he wanted to drop a Coyote motor in it, kind of go through it all, new interior stereo system, fix all the little things, new tires, make it a daily driver for him if he wants to drive it that way. You've had it a long time. How long have you owned this thing?
I've had it for about 20 years. I'm the third owner. Yeah.
Okay. And you didn't drive it a lot. So what'd you do when you had it? You said it was
mostly to take stuff to the dump or hauling gravel and dirt and maybe a cup of coffee every weekend. But
so it was a work truck?
Yeah, I couldn't call it a daily driver because I really didn't trust it, but that's what I'm looking for. Which
is probably how a lot of these trucks kind of like, they were just kind of like work trucks, especially this, right? This year range, these were kind of work trucks, go do stuff, the exact stuff that you just described, you know, people are doing it. But then at some point, people kind of realize, hey, these are becoming kind of popular and cool and different. Plus you've had a long history with it, right? So it's like, I don't want to let it go. Like, it's been with me forever. But at some point you kind of decide, I'd like to drive it more. I'd like to be able to go anywhere in it, have a little more power, a little more zip, just a little more reliability and comfort along the way. So what we've done is a brand new Coyote motor, brand new interior, almost brand new everything. Seems like every corner we turned with this old 76, she would raise her hand with something else and say, hey, wait, what about me? You know, so the rear diff after a few hundred miles started to become a problem. And we started to have these little things that would just kind of pop up that, you know, usually happen when you start putting 500 to 1,000 miles on a vehicle. So we have a little over 1,000 miles on it. These little things start to come up that don't pop up when you're only putting, you know, 20 miles on a weekend, right? Chasing it down, you know, just the heat, the testing the system, they start to, you know, produce, you know, results in some things that we're not really excited about. We have to go in and fix it. And the last thing we had to do is rebuild the complete rear end because drop the pan and there's just metal and things.
Yeah, it was a 50-year-old truck.
Yeah, things are coming apart. And when you're cruising 85 miles down the freeway, Jesus, like, I'm not going to go any further and I'm not going to make it on the drive back to Washington. So luckily we were able to discover that kind of stuff before you got on the road because that could have been a little bit catastrophic later. All right, so it's tall. All I know is when it came in, it kind of sagged a little in the back.
Yeah. And
so we had to kind of put some blocks back there to kind of get it level, right? So we've got a Gen 3 Coyote motor. Of course, we got the, you know, our radiator we sell, brake booster, master cylinder. It's mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission with the F250 transfer case with the dial on the dash. So maintain four-wheel drive. We did get rid of the sticks on the inside of the floor, and so he's just got a dial on the dash. And then from there, the ECU's mounted here. We've got the battery we put on that side. Typically it was here, but it gave us a little opportunity to kind of move some things around, clean it up. And then you've got power steering and all the stuff you gotta have. But, you know, we've got, you know, 480 horsepower at this point. It's going to be fun to drive. We've got a washer reservoir, I do believe they put in, so all that's been brand new, so the squirters and everything will work. Yep. And all that stuff's been redone with a brand new washer reservoir. That's going to be right there. We're going to put all that. Of course, you got a quick disconnect right here. If you ever decide you're going to be gone for a couple months, you're not going to drive it, just flip that switch right there.
That's good to know.
And that cuts all the power off to the battery, so you don't have like any. There's just inherently always a tiny little draw.
Right.
New cars have it, they all have it. But that will kill all that. Hopefully you can just drive it every week and you don't need to do that.
I'll be driving it every day.
Yes. So that'll keep that going. Again, we did some painting underneath here and cleaned this stuff up. It was pretty rough when we got it, but all this has been cleaned up, looks new. So we're gonna go from the engine compartment and let's go take a look at what's inside. All right, jump up in there. It's a jump. It's been a while.
Yeah.
All right, first time sitting in it.
Yeah,
what do you think?
This is awesome. I've missed this thing so bad. I can't wait.
Yeah. So you got tilt column right here, so you can kind of get that where you want.
Yeah.
And of course you got
your select.
Shift. You've got that there. You still got the high-low beams here. This is your bass knob right here because you got two subs in the back.
Okay.
Your two Focal subs and then your Moscone amp. Then you've got 6.5. So it actually sounds really good. Like your sound quality. Of course, new headliner with the sound deadening material in here.
This looks great.
Yeah. So it's really for comfort, Of course, you've got no air conditioning in here.
Old school. I'm from Seattle.
No air conditioning.
I like to roll the windows down and open up the wings.
Yes, and so, but it doesn't get that hot up there.
No, no.
What's the temperature up there?
It was 40 degrees and raining this morning.
Okay. So not like it is here.
No.
We have to have AC here. And this is, of course, your knob that you'll, for four-wheel drive, original location, but kind of just, changed it up a little bit. No sticks on the floor, so 3 people can fit in there pretty easily.
That's gonna
if
be
you
nice.
want. And then, of course, little, kind of a new interior design, just,
Well, I like the threaded accent to the blue.
Tied all that in. Tried to come up with something that felt kind of fresh and new, but,
Yeah, that's.
fun.
I was looking for original look, but modern technology.
You got new Dakota digital gauges.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Those work really great. And of course, we've got a brand new fuel cell in the back. So you have about 20 gallons of fuel. If I guess, you're going to get 16 miles per gallon. So about 320 miles range, right? So, which is, pretty kind of normal for a lot of cars.
Yeah, the old fuel tank was right behind my back.
Yeah.
You could hear it sloshing around. all the time.
But you still got a heater in here. And of course, you got your radio there. And then it will connect with your phone, Bluetooth.
Oh, great.
So you can stream your music, whatever you like to listen to.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, it looks beautiful. I love the seat.
Seat feel good?
Yeah, we had debated about doing buckets versus bench, but then my wife said, how are you going to fit a third person in here potentially if you had to?
Yeah, looks awesome. Looks great. About the same height, you remember?
Yeah, it's... This is a big difference because it used to sag.
It did. And what I did is I came over here with the tape measure, measured this, went and measured that, and I was like, well, about 5 inches.
I don't know why, but I had to redo the suspension, the leaf springs one other time, and when it came back, I never noticed it. And the more I looked at it, it's like, why is this thing sagging in the back end?
So the easy solution, and near as I could tell, they probably should have been more the lift kit style version. Right. But I just bought a 5-inch block, stuck that up in there.
It looks perfect now.
Nice and level.
It looks so much better now.
This had your bed liner. It's all original. Everything's still good there. But I think we cleaned up the bottom of the bed and did a lot of stuff there. So everything's been completely rewired. So it's all brand new wiring throughout the entire truck. And so...
Because every time I'd turn on my left turn signal, I'd blow a tail light. It was just like frustrating. Changing a bulb once a week.
Yeah, plus I think we got a lot of the LED bulbs in here now.
Yeah.
So that's
I think it all is modern now.
Yeah, so it's pretty good. Well, we've got to go drive it.
Okay. So do I have to have my foot on the brake?
Yeah, foot on the brake. Yeah, foot on the brake.
Oh my God. Oh,
that's a different sound, right?
Wow, yeah.
That's a way different sound.
That is not the old sound.
No. You know this is a different track now.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that is awesome. Boy, that sound is incredible. Holy smokes.
All right, now we get to drive.
Oh my goodness, that sound.
Yeah.
Wow.
You seem pretty excited about that sound.
Yeah. Well, one, I haven't driven this thing for a year, and the other is it just sounds like a race car.
Yeah. It's got a growl now to it that it didn't have before. I mean, those old engines didn't sound terrible, but they
had a unique sound.
It'll take you a minute to get used to it.
Yeah, the pedal and the gas, the throttle all feels a little
it's gonna feel foreign, yeah. But you'll get used to it.
Oh my gosh.
It's just pretty smooth, huh?
Yeah.
So you can see where it says no device. When you connect to it, you'll
Oh, okay.
Plus there's there's regular radio and all that other kind of stuff too.
Oh God. Not even driving fast and it sounds bad.
You haven't even hit the gas yet.
Four-wheel drives aren't supposed to be race trucks, but it sure sounds like one.
No, but they're meant to cruise, right?
Yeah.
Four-wheel drives are meant to just. But you'll cruise 75, 85, no problem.
Oh, that'd be great. I don't think I could get up to 80 before.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, the brakes feel a little soft, maybe. Maybe it's not, but maybe just because I'm not used to it yet. So you don't you like the wind blowing in your hair and not that cold AC?
There's no cold AC.
I cannot get over that sound. That is awesome. And you can feel the way more power than I had before.
You're only half throttle.
Yeah.
So I know what.
Well, I'm afraid to get into it.
I know what this thing does.
Yeah.
And I know what full throttle does.
Right.
But you're playing it smart, right? Like
Yeah.
it's this completely different truck. It's going to respond differently, act differently, and you really want to kind of get used to that. Once you kind of get used to the performance and the power and the suspension and all that, then you'll know, right? You'll know. But I always say stay out of it in the corner. When you're turning corners, like that's when you get your power to weight ratio can get screwed up, and that's how people wreck all the time, right? And,
and you sit so high, you don't want to be speeding
we'll
around.
turn left at this light up here. But you'll get used to it. I promise you. By the time you get home, you will be full throttle at some point.
The bench seat sort of hugs your rear end also.
Yeah. Okay, the left here. And then we're trading seats.
Okay.
It's my runway right here. I know what I can get away with here.
You got it down.
Yeah, we'll give you some full throttle. A little bit anyways, just to... It's a big truck too.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm way too nervous to do that right now.
You'll get used to it.
It just feels different than what it was before. Because I had the big drum brakes in the back before.
Yeah, it's. I just don't have to do anything, right? I'm barely getting into the boost.
Yeah, I was hard to. I was worried about pushing down on it too hard because it felt like it was just going to grab.
No.
The interior, that sound deadening, is so much better.
Yeah.
Than
When you roll the windows up, it'll quiet down a
the
lot.
doors and everything would shake. That was awesome.
One truck move to make my life a little easier, but I got to drive super straight right now so I can get them to.
That was awesome. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up, all right? That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. No, that was
Dude.
great.
Awesome truck, man. Awesome truck. One thing we got to fix is the steering wheel's crooked. I set it how it is when we drive. I just need to where it's at. That's where it is. I'll get it straight. And we're good. So, all right, we had a good time. He's excited. He's got 21 hours to drive.
Yeah.
He's got some golf to do. He's got some things to enjoy the trip back. He'll be here for a couple of days, it sounds like.
Yep.
Anything you discover, like, hey, before the trip, come back and see us.
Okay.
Make sure you're taking care of it real quick.
Okay.
But then you should be good to go.
Perfect.
We're
No,
excited.
I think. Thank you very much.